Within an ever-developing digital world, it was inevitable that one day books were going to go digital. Electronic devices which allowed people to complete tasks quickly and effectively was the stuff of science fiction. But now that life is imitating art, what does this mean for the future of the book? Modern book production came about as a result of the invention of the printing press. Because the printing press mechanised the book production process, books became available in greater numbers. By the 19th century, however, the demand for books could not be met quickly enough by the process of hand printing. Printing companies developed larger presses to accommodate larger sheets of paper. These improvements allowed printers to produce books at a much faster rate. Does the public's move towards e-books spell the end of the book?
Got a Kindle, but a proper book.
Oh, got to be book.
Books. I'm passionate about books. My house is full of books. I have books from when I was a baby, books that took me through college, books that remind me of people. I love the smell of them. I love the physical feel of them.
Definitely prefer physical books, not because I don't rate e-books, but I think physical books have always been around, and I think that they're probably always going to be around. I think they're probably more reliable than e-books.
And besides, I'm old-fashioned. I'm a book person, me. I love a book. For me, nothing more special than a book. You get to the end of a good book, tear out the last 5 pages, take it to a charity shop.
I like e-books. I'm a bit of a traitor, really. I don't get emotional about the smell of a new book or the feel of an old book. I like what's in the books rather than the physical aspect of the book.
With the growth and development of e-books, it is understandable that some libraries have taken the opportunity to provide their visitors with an e-book lending service. But how does it work?
We have signed up to a provider called Overdrive, and they provide a platform for e-book loans. So people go to our website, they have to be a member of the library, they download a little bit of software, Adobe, and then they just borrow their e-books, they download them to their devices. You can't use an old Kindle, but the Kindle Fire you can get an app for, and you can download them to your phone, your iPad, your PC, although I don't think many people like to read a book on a PC. And just like an ordinary library book, they expire.
Many books have been adapted into screenplays and achieved major box office success. It can be argued that the ease with which ebooks allow audiences to access literature has led to an increase in the demand for film adaptations. But will we ever see the ebook replace the ancient books that drive a film's narrative?
I prefer to read, but I love film. And there's nothing I like better than having read a novel. The anticipation and the build-up and the excitement of the adaptation to the screen. I think films would definitely lose magic. I was watching the trailer for The Book Thief, which is going to be released in a couple of weeks, and the first thing that struck me was the instant, iconic close-up of a book. I don't think it would work unless you had those props there. And similarly, in films like My Fair Lady, Henry Higgins, the use of the book there is very important. Henry Higgins, again, takes out from his vast academic library, is able to cite examples from books and open them up and say to Eliza Doolittle, read this, the rain in Spain flows mainly on the plain. I think that's magical, and it makes us aware of the importance of reading and books. Years before we properly actually visualized the idea of having a Kindle or an e-book, if you like, they were used in futuristic films. The characters would have these devices that would have lots of books on them, they'd be able to read them. Now when we look back, they look a bit clunky. It doesn't work today because, if you like, life has imitated art. The fiction has become the reality. We now own Kindles, we now have e-books, and they don't have the same visual impact as they might have done in a sci-fi movie in the 70s or 80s.